Welcome to With Us On Season 6, Episode 43, where we watch Love in Jungle, Season 1, Episode 1. Buzz, 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 buzz. I'm Chris Lorenz.
The bam bugs in this podcast have doubled. This is Brian.
I'm Max, and my spirit animal is a penguin because they can't fly, and neither can I.
This is your first time joining us. We watch a different reality show each week, and those were references to the show we watched this week. But last week, we watched Lil Jon, What to Do?
Little John wants to do what?
Wants to do what? Thank you. I can never remember that.
What?
Little John, what to do?
What to do? So we had a poll on Twitter to say what you guys thought of the show, and it came out as a top third show. So that's what you guys thought. Some of us agreed, some of us didn't last week. But if you want to vote, what do you want to tell us what you thought about this show? You can find us on Twitter at Who Put This On. There'll be a poll for you there. Now, Brian, what show do we watch this week?
This week we watched Love in the Jungle. Single men and women fed up with the modern dating world compete to find their mate.
That describes like 18 shows.
Only 18?
It's
All right,
one of the
we've watched
worst
18
descriptions
this
I've ever
season.
heard.
That's one of the worst ones. Max, do you have a slightly better one?
Yeah, it's a little long, but it's more accurate. As if finding love in modern society isn't awkward enough, Love in the Jungle will dial up the cringeworthy moments and show contestants struggling to connect, communicate, and flirt without speaking. The 14 singles, who each identify as an animal they feel best resembles their personality, will compete in physical challenges each week that are grounded in real animal mating rituals to discover if they can find a partner through physical connection alone. They'll fight like aggressive toads, strut like flamingos, and bellow like red deer, all in the hopes of finding love.
Little more descriptive, I hear. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, so it's just BIP, Love Island, but you can't talk.
It's really stupid.
It is like they didn't even really go into this animal thing that much. It was just like, nope, you pick an animal, and then just don't talk.
Yeah, you just make jokes about it in the side booth.
I have never seen a show that doesn't commit to its bit quite like this.
And the reward is you can now talk. It's this show's really silly.
It has such a weak core idea. It's insane.
It's all it is just like horniness, like central that you can put on cable TV. Because if you can't talk, like all of a sudden you have to do way more. And it's just a forcing function. That's all they wanted. They wanted to show this like horniness show and get people in.
No, Brian, there's already Love Island, so they needed some stupid scheme to make Love Island, but not Love Island.
Yeah, and they're saving a lot. Also, like you don't really need to like edit like voices and stuff. That's a lot of time saved.
But then you got to come up with stupid jokes for the narrator to come up with.
I feel like that's a big win. Like you just get like one of those like silly joke books on Amazon. Boom, it writes itself.
Silly animal jokes. 501 silly animal jokes.
Oh, fuck, I could really turn this into another reality show. Somebody sign me.
Sign us. I think we'd be good.
I think of this as almost a companion show to Love is Blind. This is like Love is Deaf.
Yeah, Love is Mute.
Love is Mute, yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
A big piece of the show we haven't really mentioned, / I'm 100% sure this is the reason the show was made, is, you have a sort of David Attenborough type who's narrating and saying, like, here you can see the humans doing a mating ritual. And some guy somewhere was like, wouldn't it be funny if there were a dating show where that happens? And then they built this entire piece of shit out of that idea.
I agree, Max. It's definitely like the pitch for the show is they took a couple hot people and then like put in like animal jokes, like really good jokes over them as they were like flirting. And that's the pitch for the show. That's it. It's just like, okay, well, we're going to have these hot people just bang each other, but then we're going to shoot these awesome jokes over them about the animals and shit, like on the Discovery Channel. And because we're the Discovery Channel, and they just didn't do the funny jokes. It's just somebody narrating poor jokes and just narrating like young women and men just like hooking up.
Grinding and drinking and saying buzz, buzz, buzz instead of talking.
Buzz 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 chant was great.
I got some calls with the buzz, 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 but yeah, is almost unredeemable as a show. I think the most redeeming quality of the show is it's really easy to ignore, like because they're not talking. So I'm not like, I'm not annoyed at people or like it's not dragging me back in. I'm just out.
Yeah, because and now it is disqualified itself from being side TV content. And that's primarily what reality TV shows are for.
It depends, Brian. How many times do you want to look over and just see like naked people like jumping up and down?
I have other resources for that.
I don't think your work would appreciate those other resources.
I don't know if they'd appreciate that show either.
Like,
yeah, I mean, they're just not watching it.
What were they thinking making the show? Seriously. Like,
I told you their thought. It's COVID. You can only make so many shows. This is like a show where you could like quarantine people and be in the middle of the jungle.
Sure. But the entire point of reality shows is watching the social game, and you can't fucking have any socializing in this show.
Sure you can. It's just not with your voices. It's with your body.
This show would be so mind-numbingly boring by episode 2 because there's only so much, jumping up and down you can watch.
They did spend like the first like 20 minutes of the show like talking, like introing each other.
I mean, yes, but also they were really rushing through the intros, which I thought was refreshing, actually.
For introducing 11 people, I think they did a decent job.
Yeah, I kind of remember them and they also used the Chirons like really well.
Yeah, the Chirons were up there every time they were in a confessional, and the animals I think really helped like do more of a connection to the people. I think every show everyone has to pick a spirit animal, and then I think everything will be solved.
Max, you sticking with your spirit animal, the penguin?
Absolutely.
Beautiful one.
What about you guys? And why?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was really tough.
I didn't even think of one. I told Brian to think of one, and then I didn't think of one myself.
I was initially thinking the eagle.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, but I don't really have like a good reason though.
Actually, okay. I got a good one for Chris.
No, I got one. I'm gonna be an anteater because life seems simple and easy, and I just like want to eat some ants, and that's what I want.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the anteater.
Yeah, I mean, for like a lot of animals, it's kind of like easy going. So, like, I feel like the eagle's got to go okay.
I also kind of get rid of the pests, get rid of the ants.
True.
I eat them.
That's very useful.
I don't know. I feel like being an eagle is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You're just gliding through. You get to see
but
cool
you're
shit.
like constantly on the lookout.
You're constantly looking for food. I guess I'm constantly looking for food.
Yeah. All the animals are looking constantly for food.
What if you were a dog, though? Like, you're just hanging out all day, and they feed you, and they take you for walks. Like, that sounds pretty cool.
Right. But I also didn't want to go with dogs because it seems boring.
Yeah, I mean, fair. All right. Well, our general overall feelings of the show are kind of negative. So I'm not sure we recommend you watching the show overall. So, we're going to go with that, and we'll get into the minutia now of whatever. I don't think it's interesting to go over all the people because fuck if I remember what they did, but I do think it would be interesting to go through all the animals and give a thumbs up or thumbs down on if that's a good or bad spirit animal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to be verbal thumbs up. You can't just give me a thumbs up, guys. We're on a fucking podcast.
Sure.
What?
So our first contestant is Dylan. He's a mandrill.
I think this is a good spirit animal for the reason he listed, which is they look to butts as a feature for mating.
I think it's good for this show. I'm not sure it would be good if you were like in a business meeting, but for the show, great spirit animal.
I've never thought about bringing out my spirit animal discussion in a meeting before, but now I'm going to use it.
You should. I mean, it's more of like a training exercise or something, you know. It's like kind of tropey at this point. But
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I could also do that. Turn into a business, start making thousands of dollars, coming in, like giving motivational speeches. What's your spirit animal?
yeah, like that. Exactly. He's some Glenn Gray, Glenn Ross in here. Yeah. All right, Lindsay, hers is a tiger, and that's obviously a thumbs
Boring.
up. I think that's a
Boring.
tiger. It's boring, but like tiger's a good spirit animal.
It's unimaginative.
Yeah.
So you're giving it a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Brian, you're the
I don't-
tiebreaker here.
Man, I was initially on Team Tiger, but now I think Max turned me. I think I got to turn it down.
Max, stop influencing. You
No,
everyone
this
has
is
to,
why.
everyone has to vote before.
Like, definitely she was pretty hot, and that influenced my decision.
I think a tiger is a great spirit animal. You know, it's just any kind of large cat, you get a thumbs up. Who's next? My phone went off.
The bee.
All right, we got Stefan, who's the bee.
I don't think this is a good one.
It could have been morphed into a good one if he said like, "Yo, I'm Stefan. I'm the bee because I'd do anything for my queen."
Yeah, he gave a bad reason, but I still think it's a good spirit animal.
You know, Max, if you came in and said you were a bee and you told me that, you'd get a thumbs up. But this dude
Thank you.
did not tell me. He gets a thumbs down. Max, you have the tiebreaker now.
I'm on team B.
All right, so we got thumbs up for Mandrill, thumbs down for Tiger, thumbs up for B. All right, we got Rachel. She's a butterfly, and I think butterfly would also be really good if you came in with a really good reason. But I'm not even sure we were given a reason why she was a butterfly.
I don't think so.
They just didn't make the cut. So I'm gonna give her a thumbs up because I think a butterfly is, you know, get out of your shell, come in here on a reality show. It's a good one for a reality show, I think.
There's a lot of meaning associated with butterfly, the concepts of transformation, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, I'll be on Team Butterfly.
Then we got Austin with koala. Koala, I think, is a very bad spirit animal. They all have chlamydia. They fucking don't do anything. Like, you just know nothing about koalas other than they look cute. If you're picking a koala,
Yeah, if that's your only reason, you got to leave it.
or he has chlamydia, and all he wants to do is bang all day, then that could be your spirit animal.
That's really bad for any reality show. Like, you're definitely getting tested.
Max, what do you think about a koala?
yeah, it's weak. I like koalas as an animal, not as a spirit animal.
I just don't think you know koalas if you like koalas. People in Australia don't like koalas, and they're the ones that deal with koalas all the time.
I feel like an alternative spirit animal that occupies a very similar niche but has a lot more personality is like a sloth
Or a
you know?
Pikachu.
Sure.
Sloth, I think, has a negative connotation for like low energy.
Yeah, but they're so cute though. Anyway,
Yeah,
No, but there's other ones that we can go with for that.
So we got koala thumbs down. We got Michaela. She's a wolf. I like it. I don't remember her reason, or it was not given. So I'm gonna go with wolf's good, like leader of the pack. You know, trying to find you know your family. I think it's got some good symbology as a spirit animal.
So initially I was like thinking, oh, it's a little bit boring. But during the episode, she kind of exhibited the wolf-like qualities. So I think it's a good one. I think like if it at least fits her.
Max, what do you got for me?
same reason as Tiger. It's a no for me, dog.
All right, so we still got a thumbs up though. We got Sal. He's an otter.
10 out of 10.
What did you say, Max?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Brian?
It's pretty good. They also had like a good side by side video that just made it so much fun.
I don't know. I don't remember his reason for an otter. So
They were playful.
They were playful.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
I also think
I'll agree. I don't really have an opinion up or down, so we'll go up.
those chubby cheeks.
Let's do Stephanie. She's a peacock. I'm gonna give a thumbs up to this one. I think the peacock's a good one.
Thumbs up.
Brian?
Oh yeah, I'm like it's an easy one.
No discussion.
Yeah.
It just
She's
is.
a former pageant girl. It's perfect.
Paige is a starfish. And I'm gonna go thumbs down. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't think you want to be thinking about starfishing in the bedroom.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. There you go, Brian. You're really changing the game here.
I almost want to give credit for like how ambitious it is to say I'm a starfish,
Talk about being lazy.
but it's gonna be a no overall.
Let's do Jordan. He's a turtle. I like turtles, so we'll give that a thumbs up. I don't know how
I
good of
love
a spirit
turtles.
animal that is, but
No, I think it was bad, but it did also fit him though.
he could be coming out of his shell, you know? Like it could represent his personality of shy, and then, but like,
Was he also one of
we
them who was
didn't-
like taking like I want to take it slow and stuff?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, he's the guy with the beard.
yeah.
I think all of them had beers. No, most of them did.
This was like probably the biggest guy, I think.
I don't know. It's hard to describe these. He was like all black hair, and he was white. It's kind of like buff. Anyway, Max, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Medium, it's fine.
You gotta pick.
Now we're getting the bottom, middle,
Thumb-
top.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
All right, so thumbs up. So here are the official rankings for us.
Whoa, you missed Deshaun the Duck.
Oh yeah.
I did
forgot.
skip Deshaun the Duck. All right, I'm gonna go thumbs down on a duck. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, thumbs down, corkscrew dick. Fuck you.
Thumbs down, although really delicious bird. We should be eating more duck day to day.
That's a good point. I like where your head's at, Max. So here we go. Here are our official rankings. Mandrill, thumbs up. Tiger, thumbs up. Bee, thumbs down. Or no, Tiger was thumbs down. Bee was thumbs up. Butterfly was thumbs up. Koala thumbs down. Wolf was thumbs up. Otter was thumbs up. Duck, thumbs down. Peacock, up. Starfish, down. Turtle, down. Do we have an official worst one?
Starfish.
Definitely starfish.
Duck's pretty low.
As much as like I burned it, ducks are still kind of cute.
All right, there you have it. Starfish it is. And what's the official best?
Ooh.
I feel like Peacock, I think, is probably the best for this show.
Yeah, that was a universal top third.
I think that's good. Like that, I mean, that's good in every environment for this show. Actually, it might not be good in every environment for this show. It is good.
Yeah. Can't really think of one better.
So we could go over some minutia. They introed everyone. No one could talk, and everyone had a bunch of confessionals where they were talking. It was kind of weird. I feel like they really needed to commit to the not talking and have no confessionals. And I think that might have been more compelling. But I'm sure they might have made that cut, and it might have been terrible. So what do I know? It's just like you make this bit, you got to commit to it, right?
Yeah.
There's no commitment to the bit.
I mean, on one hand, the confessionals obviously never add anything, but on the other hand, it would be so weird if we were just completely silent.
It could just be the David Attenborough, like, just commentating over it. Like if they really dug into, like, this is an animal documentary and no one is talking, I think that would elevate this. Like, you made the bit, live or die by it. Don't
You're,
have all these confessionals.
you're not wrong.
So there's 5 guys and 6 guys, 5 girls. So at the end of the episode, if you're not paired up, you get kicked off the show. So to figure out who gets rewarded with a date, they have the guys do like some sort of like one-on-one pushing contest.
Yeah, so this one had like they described the mating ritual, these like mustache frogs, and they have these spiked mustaches, and they battle it out. Some dies, some just get injured, but the winner goes to bang.
Why wouldn't you have the classic just goat?
I mean, that might be later, but that's also like, yeah, whatever.
I just mean like, they're butting head to head.
Of all the things though, like kind of learning about mating rituals is interesting.
Yeah, if this show was just telling me all about different mating rituals, let's do it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed learning about the mustache toad, so I'm in.
Yeah. So then Deshaun won, right? The duck.
Yeah. So it was Sal versus
No, Stefan won. The B.
no.
Buzz,
It was
buzz,
Deshaun
buzz.
versus Austin in Austin.
Oh, you're right. The B one. This is where the buzz chant came in. Buzz, buzz, buzz. But then I pointed out that buzz is a word and not an onomatopoeia. So that's a thumbs down for production right there.
I think you're going real too deep into this. Like,
I commit to the bit, Brian. If you're not committing to the bit,
it's close
it's no
enough.
good.
It's like buzz versus buzz.
Yeah, well, you give out them yellow cards.
Oh my god.
3 yellow cards and you're out of here. This was one of the most exciting parts of the episode because something happened. I also thought it was kind of weird that it was 1-1 until there were 3 people after round 1. It was 1v1v1, which I think does them a disservice, especially since you got fucking pancakes for the rest of the show. Well, let's extend this a little bit. Let's get this like 1v1, 1v1, and winner. Like, I don't know, let somebody skip around or something to like get it to the right number. To have this 1v1v1 seems silly.
Yeah, because almost no matter what, like the person who just waits is gonna win. Okay. I don't know if that would even be fair because there's also stuff I want to bring up for like the elimination, but just like skipping rounds is just no, and you're gonna like do all these in order to get it that way. It's gonna be too much, I think.
I'm just saying the rest of the show is a pancake. So the more this like extends, the better.
That's
in my
fair.
mind.
I wonder how much is too much though.
Oh.
What does it mean to be a pancake?
Flat.
Oh. Makes
For
sense.
for the audience out there.
Lots
flat.
of syrup.
If you got like a double A, I'm sure you've heard that one before. Let's go into, does anyone have any minutia while between that's not the end, essentially? There was some good quotes, but like I don't even know if they're worth bringing up, the ones I wrote down. Someone can do a threesome because they didn't want somebody to get kicked off. They used that twice.
Yeah.
Somebody says, "This is it. I've exhausted all of my options."
And
This
she's
is it.
what,
The
like
junk or die.
she's like 24 and she's like pretty hot.
Gorgeous.
And she says this. And she's like, I've exhausted all my options. I have to go in this reality show, this mute reality show. Brian.
There was a lot of stuff that made me really question this show. Like one dude was like, what if she's playing with her food before she eats it? Like, can't trust tigers. What? Like,
How did
you
she
just want to like get like through the next round? Don't get kicked off, dude. Like you want to hook up. Nobody's playing around.
We didn't bring up your quote where there was a guy with a man bun and then another guy with a man bun came in. And the
Oh.
funny quip was, our man buns doubled in here.
That's also wild.
This is the level we're talking.
It sucks. Everything about the show sucks.
Should we go to the end?
Yeah, let's go to the end.
All right. So I think for the end here, this would also be fun. I don't know exactly how to phrase this, but how well do you think the two animals would go well together in a mating ritual? So
I
we
don't
got.
remember what the pairings were.
I got the pairings. Don't you worry. We got starfish and bee, and that's gonna water and bee, but they are kind of the right sizes for each other. That bee can really get in there.
Yeah, we're not considering the humans, just the animals, right?
Yeah.
Just the animals. No one knows who Stefan, and Paige are.
I'm gonna say there's possibility.
All right, middle third there. We got koala and peacock. That's not gonna be pretty, but that could work.
Nah.
They seem pretty incompatible.
I mean, like species wise, but so is the last one. One's a fucking starfish.
But I mean vibe wise.
Vibe wise. One's gonna give chlamydia to the other.
I'm just imagining this koala like clinging to a peacock butt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fair.
I think that's probably gonna be one of the best ones. We got turtle and wolf. Like, how's that gonna work?
No,
What if it's those giant turtles?
Galapagos.
Yeah, this is a giant turtle.
Turtle and wolf sounds like the name of like an overpriced bar.
Or like, if it was like a tiny turtle and a dog, I just don't think their parts are all that equivalent.
No.
Then we got duck and butterfly.
I'm
not sure that one's really gonna work out.
Yeah, that's a no.
Otter and tiger.
Hell yeah.
They might have a lot of fun together.
They're both able to get in the water.
And that's it. That's all 5 couples. And Dylan gets kicked out.
What animal was Dylan again? The mandrill?
The mandrill. No more butt action going on in the show.
Rip.
We didn't mention that there was some sort of date situation where they could talk and blah, blah, blah. That was also very boring, surprisingly.
Yeah, because it's also like a really awkward 3-way date. That's just a lot of competition.
Yeah. 3-way date in the middle of the jungle. It's not like they went on a 3-way date to a bar or something.
Right.
Or it's just in the middle of the jungle. The only thing special about it was they could talk to each other. Anyway, should we talk about this narrator? Max, who's this narrator guy?
His name is Scott Mannix. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but none of it very good. He was only in video games up until 2019.
So would this be his apex?
He was in a special called Harry Potter Magical Movie Moments.
Oh, that does sound better than this.
Yeah.
And that was probably on HBO.
Probably.
Not Discovery Plus, that no one has.
So I'm gonna say not his apex.
Sure, why not?
Doesn't sucks, really matter. But this isn't your show.
Shout out to Scott.
Let's do some other questions here. Let's do the most important one, the drinking rules. So obviously anytime someone makes some sort of animal cry, take a drink.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
Max, what do you got for me?
Man, so little happens in the show. I'm not sure.
Anyone takes an item of clothing off, take a drink. Brian.
Let's do anytime any 2 genitals touch, like through Clothes are
Through that's not touching then.
I mean, like, there's a lot of just that type of contact.
That's fair. I mean, a stock one for this is anytime they kiss, and then anytime they like anyone hooks up, finish your drink.
Anytime you notice blurred genitalia, which I saw twice in this episode, take a drink.
There you go. Those are good. Those are some good rules.
I got one. Anytime they complain about not being able to talk, take a drink. I will
good.
absolutely destroy you.
I mean, one that'll get you real drunk. Anytime they make a bad joke, take a drink because that's gonna happen. Let's see. What do you think the production schedule of the show was? Like 2-3 days?
Yeah, I think this was like 2 days. So they arrived, they had a party.
This episode was 2 days.
Yeah.
I was just saying the whole thing.
Overall, under 3 weeks, probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's probably between 2 and 3 weeks. But there's probably 2-week quarantine and some travel time to get wherever the hell they were. I don't know where they were.
I really want to know because they seem kind of beautiful.
It did seem like a nice place. That's probably a peak of
it is a private eco reserve in Colombia.
Colombia.
Ooh.
Interesting. I'm glad these eco reserves can be used for garbage reality TV.
Same.
Get some money in there.
Let's see. Would this show be better as a Quibi?
Yeah, because I wouldn't have to watch it for 45 minutes.
I mean, this is definitely a high contender for the show is so bad. I'd like to watch less of it. But would it be a better show? I don't think so. I think it would have to be a different show. So
well, actually, no. I think if you change the format to like 1 minute of, Scott Mannix is like, here we can see the humans doing a blah, blah, blah.
I just think it would be fundamentally a different show to be 8 minutes long. Like less people, like one-offs. Like I don't know what like you're gonna do with 42 minutes of content overall when like falling to 7 episodes or whatever, 6 episods. Like I just don't think
I'm not even saying make it 8 minutes. I'm saying make it like TikTok length. 1 minute.
So you're saying you just take clips of the show,
yeah,
and put funny quips over them.
Okay.
They couldn't even come with fucking funny quips for 42 minutes.
Yeah, because they
there's not even a single funny quip. Brian, what about you?
I don't think it can be turned into a Quibi. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's just gonna work in any sort of format.
All right. This is a classic. Who's gonna hook up next?
Oh, this is actually a good one.
Usually this is more of a joke question, but this one I feel like is you could give a decent guess.
Stephanie and whoever she picked.
Austin? Yeah.
Sure.
I was gonna say Paige and Stefan.
Yeah, I was gonna go Paige and Stefan, but
a lot of possibilities.
I think their date seemed to go super well. Trying to remember the woman that got painted on. She seemed a little frisky. She could be next, but I don't remember who that was. So
it's not gonna be Jordan though.
No. I'll just go with Sal and Lindsay to change it up. Get my own in there.
Okay.
All right. This one's I think it's gonna be a little tough, but what do you love about this show? Brian, what do you love about it? Max, go ahead.
I need to get this out of the way so neither of you can steal it. I liked the intros. They were real quick. There were some people they would intro. It was under 20 seconds.
Brian, what do you love about this show?
I actually kind of like that they are changing up the dating show stuff a little bit. Like, I don't really think that a lot of the dating shows right now are that imaginative. Love is Blind is maybe like the last really like radical one. But other things, just like, oh yeah, like let's bring in your exes, let's like stir up drama and like all this other bullshit.
What I love about the show, I think the casting of the show was done really well, or the edit makes it seem like it. Like everyone here seems like they're ready to hook up at a moment's notice. And like when they have these shows and you know they're not there to hook up, it's just like, oh, it's so bad. Like it's just like, why am I watching you like not have fun on the show? Like I don't like just don't pick that person. So I think they did a really good job of picking like hot people ready to hook up. DTF, let's go. Like I'm not opposed to any of these people hooking up with any of them. And it looks like they're all going to try to hook up with each other. So like that's the best. I think that's the best part of the show. Let's do our last question. So we do a stack ranking system where we do top, middle, or bottom third compared to other reality shows, and some people stack rank in their stack ranks. Max, what do you got for me?
Bottom third easily. I don't think there's anything. I'm going to put this bottom of the bottom. I didn't like despise it, but it had nothing going for it. I would say it's in the running for my worst of the season if we hadn't watched fucking cheater show Is It Cake? Oh, wait, was it Is It Cake?
It's a show. Yeah. Brian watched all of it. Brian, what do you think? What's your rating for the show?
I'm going to go top of the bottom. I think that it wasn't great, but it also wasn't like a lot of the other trash that we watched.
I'm going to put it in the bottom of the middle. I think the casting's great. I think that this show could have worked a lot better with some better writing. If I was laughing while this thing was happening, that we'd be money. We'd be good. The thing is it's just kind of boring, and I checked out. But it was an easy show to check out of, so it's bottom of the middle, and I didn't hate it. We also have ratings from VJ. He's been on the podcast before. Bottom of the middle. So he wrecked the bottom third unanimous. And then his fiance Leah put it in top of the bottom. I don't think she's been on the pod before, but send us your ratings on Twitter at Who Put This On.
This part.
Yeah. That's it for our discussion this week.
Yeah.
We got some shout outs. Max. You got a shout out this week?
Oh, I watched an episode or two of Barry. It was pretty funny.
Like the new season or season 1?
The new season. I just dropped right in.
Well, I wouldn't suggest you do that.
I agree, but that's what I did.
Okay. Wasn't sure if you're being honest there. Brian, shout outs this week.
I'm gonna prove my shout out from last week of Final Space. I watched a lot more of it, and it's kind of just like Futurama, but with a more story driven purpose. Kind of like Star Trek-ish, but not like really where they're like going and helping people. I think it's fun.
Okay, I'll have to watch it. I'll have to confirm or deny my opinion next week. Not that it matters. Not that it changes your opinion at all.
Yeah, and it's on HBO Max, and they're quick episodes. So
okay, all right. I finished Ozark. The whole series is out now. I thought the ending was pretty good. So like I was really surprised like that it actually ended pretty well. I feel like it took so long for the show to finish. It's so hard to remember exactly everything that happened, but I think it's an enjoyable watch. It's not like GOAT levels of TV, but it is better. It's a top third show for sure.
Woo.
And that's it for us this week. You can tweet at us on Who Put This On. You can tell us what you thought about the show in the poll. Who Put This On. You can find us on Facebook.com/Who Put This On. You can email us questions at whoputthison@gmail.com. You can find us on TikTok at Who Put This On Podcast. Hopefully there'll be some good content soon. We got some good content to put up there. So go check that out. And we'll see you guys next time.
You
and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Getting horny now.
Channel.